This video is presented by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today's video is another episode of Love It or List It, the series on my channel where I attempt to renovate the default EA lots into something a little bit nicer, a little bit more Dr. Ashley approved. So today's video, as you guys can see, is a very special one because we are using the new Sims 4 Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. So I did manage to get early access to the pack, so thank you so much to SimGuru Frost and the EA Game Changers program for providing this code for me so I can show you guys some builds a little bit early and let you know what my thoughts are. So as you can see, I made some changes to this little container home very quickly. So the container home before was very bright, primary colors, just not that nice. You guys know I love a good neutral color palette, so I thought why not make a kind of cool container home complex, kind of keep the integrity of the existing home, which was pretty much just container homes stacked on top of each other. I thought why not keep the general shape of things, but just make them a little bit more modern and bougie and something that I would actually maybe consider living in. So obviously, we got these cool new container home swatches, so you can actually it's actually like a wallpaper, so you can make your container homes look more realistic, and they come in so many different colors, and luckily it came in this nice crisp white pattern. And I really love how the pattern isn't run down and all rusty looking. They made it look quite clean and fresh so that we can actually achieve this kind of modern container home look without it kind of looking run down, because the whole point here is it's kind of like luxurious container home living, if you know what I mean. So rather than it being all worn down, it's still very clean and crisp. So you can obviously see what a big difference it has gone through already, which I'm really happy with. And we ended up actually making a cool kind of lofted section on the inside. You may have seen me do it quickly like a minute ago, but since the container homes at the top kind of do overlap, I decided to put a ladder through the middle and kind of make it like a loft. So you will see when we do the interior that the bedroom kind of overlooks the other container home at the bottom, and it's kind of just like a cool way to incorporate the new ladder update. So we did get new ladders, or we did get ladders in general in the new base game update that went live yesterday. So it's totally game changing, you guys. I hope that if you guys don't have the means to get the new pack, you will be able to enjoy the base game update to its fullest. I really love how they always include both a base game update with an expansion pack so that everyone kind of has something to get excited over. But in this case, we got ladders in the base game, and then we also got the new update where you can freely place windows and doors wherever you want. So before yesterday, whenever we wanted to place a window or a door, it would snap to the grid and you could not move it. So oftentimes you wouldn't be able to center certain doors or certain windows. Now that is not an issue anymore. You can just hold down the Alt key and place that window or place that door wherever you want. So totally game changing, and arguably just as exciting as a new expansion pack, you guys. If you're a builder out there, which you probably are if you're watching this video, that update will be life-changing. So here you can see I'm kind of just deciding some other kind of finishing touches on this build. So a little bit about the lot traits of this lot, I guess, is it is an off-the-grid lot, meaning that there is no power here. And you might be thinking, oh, well, that's kind of, nothing new from what we saw in the Island Living update, because we did get off the grid lot trait from Island Living, but now it kind of takes it to a new level. So with this expansion pack, we do have, of course, it's an eco lifestyle pack, so we do have more objects that will help in this kind of off-the-grid living. So you see that I ended up putting some solar panels on the top of the container home, and I also put these little wind turbines. So these ones are actually for the roof, these tiny short ones. So I actually switch it out for like the taller ones that are meant for the ground. But basically it means that we can have actual power in this build even though it's off the grid. It also means that we can't consume too much power, because if you use too much, like keep all of the lights on all of the time, or if you have a TV running 24/7, you're going to run out of power pretty quick. So you do have to be kind of savvy with how you use your power in your gameplay. But I think it is a really nice feature to finally be able to generate different types of energy and use it and see it run out and affect your gameplay. So I actually ended up doing a little mini kind of let's play after this build, and I have my kind of sim standing on the side of the road there, you can see, and her name is DoctorAshley, so it's kind of like a sim self, but she was using the build, and in the beginning all the lights were off and I couldn't really use anything, and then we let the wind turbines kind of like run a little bit and let the solar panels kind of work, and after a few minutes we finally got some power. So it is kind of cool how things affect your game, and if you use too much, your lights are going to turn off. So it definitely does kind of drive gameplay and drive storytelling in a way that you couldn't really do it before. Before you just would kind of have to pretend. So now things can happen to your sim's life, like your power can just run out. So I really love that. I really love when build items actually matter and they actually drive gameplay. So that's a really unique feature about this pack, is the items that you choose to build with actually do have an effect on your game. So things like this wallpaper that I used actually has a more green eco benefit. So it improves your green eco footprint, whereas other types of wallpaper or flooring will actually push your build into a more industrial eco footprint. So you can obviously turn this feature off, by the way. It's like an optional feature, kind of like when you have seasons or fame or something like that. But pretty much if you build with, depending on what build items and which wallpaper you use, it can affect your build's overall, eco footprint. Whether you're gonna go green or go industrial, that is dependent on not only your in-game, sim choices, but also your build choices. So it definitely poses some new challenges for us builders and kind of gets us involved in more of the fun and more of the storytelling. It helps us, even as builders, if we don't end up going to do a let's play, we can still tell a nice story through our building. And these added features into the items really help with that and make it just a little bit more fun. So that's definitely one of the reasons why I was really excited for this pack, and just everything it had to offer. It just seemed like it was very well thought out. And I think when I was doing my playthrough, when I actually was done building and ended up playing the game, I had a lot of questions, and I was asking you guys, because I did live stream this, by the way. I was asking you guys for help, and asking you guys what I should do, what kind of community action plans I should vote for, when will my power come back on. So when there's a big steep learning curve in kind of the game, I think that's when that they've really put a lot of detail and intricacies into the gameplay. When it's too easy, I don't like it. Personally, at least, I want it to be difficult. I want to be constantly discovering new features. I want to have different strategies on how I attempt to play the game, which route I'm going to take. Do I go industrial? Do I go eco? Do I become an entrepreneur and sell candles? Do I try and have an energy farm and sell my surplus energy? There's so many different ways to approach this pack, and I like how there's all these different avenues, whereas sometimes you can get just a more kind of linear, straight shot way of playing the game, and you kind of get bored. But this is a pack that I can definitely see myself not really getting bored with at all, and it can really seamlessly integrate into, you know, regular, you know, gameplay. Like, you can just be playing a completely vanilla let's play and then just, you know, add in a little bit of solar energy here and there, and like pay your bills a little bit with your surplus energy. Totally fine. So I definitely think if you're into that kind of thing and you're, you know, you like kind of environmental, you know, things like this, you might be really interested in the gameplay aspect of this pack. But also let's not, you know, discredit any of the build items here. You guys have seen them on screen the entire time. The build items are great. Look at all of those neutral colors, you guys. You know I love a good neutral color palette, and this expansion pack gives us all of that. First of all, I am obsessed with this wallpaper. It's not really a wallpaper. Pardon me. It's not a wallpaper. It's like a wood-toned wall. It's just so neutral and textured, and it has a little bit of warm tone, but a little bit of cool tone. It's just great. It comes in a lot of swatches, obviously, as well, such as more of a pure white and also kind of more like a dark, like pure black, and everything kind of in between. So you can definitely make a lot of different combinations, but I wanted to go for this kind of neutral looking gray, beige, brown, whatever you call it, and I absolutely love it. We got a lot of new cool beds for toddlers, like kids, and a double bed. We got all of that. And then we did get a ton of cool new debug items. So those are all the items that you can craft. So with this new pack, instead of just buying straight from the catalog, you can actually kind of like craft items, repurpose items, and I think that's an amazing feature in the game. If you want to kind of do like a rags to riches type of gameplay, you can, you know, rummage through the trash, try and get items here and there, and then reconstruct them into something a little nicer and then put them in your game. So I can definitely see some really nice kind of rags to riches renovation type of videos going out from various creators, just because I think it is a really cool concept. And they didn't do it like, they didn't just put in like half the effort, you know? If you go on that debug menu, there are a lot of things you can craft. It's not like you're gonna craft every single object in a matter of days or weeks. Like, it's gonna take you a long time of playing the game to have crafted every single item that's available to us, and all the different swatches and all of the different candles and all the different chairs and benches and everything. So they spared no expense to give us a lot of furniture items in this pack. And I think, honestly, that's the way it should be. This is an expansion pack. It is what, $50-$60? We got to get our money's worth here. And I think with all of these items, like, look at the couch, look at the rug, look at that plant, that bookshelf, that wall decoration, the little cool thing in the windowsill, the fireplace, everything. That plus all of the debug items that are just, there's so many, you guys, you'll have to see for yourself. But I mean, I think that they gave us quite a lot of things, plus the fact that they gave us a lot of good color swatches. I think that that is really important. I think that it's really important to keep in mind quality over quantity. So they can give us tons and tons of items, but if they're going to be those ugly, bright yellow, neon green, bright turquoise blue with purple contrast pillows, like, there's no point if they're going to give us quantity but not give us quality. With this pack, I can definitely see, and you know, in recent packs too, I must say, they're definitely moving into the direction of usable, practical color swatches, which I love. They know now if they're going to give us, you know, something, just give us an all white swatch. Give us a nice cool toned, warm toned, and neutral toned brown wood swatch, and then, you know, give us some other fun things here and there. But they are really hitting the nail on the head. I'm pretty sure that's the right saying. They are hitting the nail on the head with giving us normal, practical, neutral, realistic swatches. That's the right word, realistic, because not everyone has a neon yellow, green pillow, couch in their game. I'm looking at you, Seasons. I'm looking at you. I don't know why. I'm just so salty about the Seasons couch. I just don't like any of the swatches, but that's just one girl's opinion. So here you can see, basically, I haven't really talked about the build, have I? I've just been talking about the pack. What am I doing? You guys know the gist. It's a 3-part container home. One was a little lofted bedroom. One was kind of like a bathroom and kitchen. We talked about this on stream. I did stream this, by the way. If you are watching this on June 4th, I am going to be live at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on my Twitch channel. We're going to be building again, so come hang out live with me. Again, if you're watching this video now, I'm probably live right now, so go click the link down below and check me out. But we decided that this last container home would be kind of like the living room. You saw I kind of did a little fireplace and TV, and it's also going to be the crafting room. So we put a little candle maker machine there, and then we also put a little, what was that last thing we put? It's kind of like a reconstructor or something like that to like make furniture and stuff, because obviously this person is trying to live a very green lifestyle, sustainable. They're trying to recycle things, so they wanted to have a little section in their home dedicated to all of those types of things. Instead of just putting it outside in lawn, it would just look like a big eyesore. We figured we'd just put it in that last little container, and I think that it turned out quite nicely. So by the way, you guys, it is 1:30 a.m. and I'm pretty tired. So again, I'm sorry if my voice isn't super enthusiastic. A lot of times I've been doing my voiceover in the middle of the night, and sometimes I think I'm talking pretty like quietly, a little bit calmly, because it's 1:30 in the morning. But a lot of people end up leaving comments saying that my voice is very soothing and that I should do ASMR videos. So maybe these kind of nighttime voiceovers are actually working out pretty well. I don't know. I'm just not that type of person that would just likes to yell. I know a lot of YouTubers are very energetic, and I'm very envious of that. But right now, or just this time in my life, I'm just a little bit more chill, and yeah, I'll stop talking about the voiceover during my voiceover. Don't you hate when people are doing a voiceover and they just keep talking about the voiceover? It's like it's very meta. But anyways, we're pretty much done. We're just putting some finishing touches outside. I made the outside just as busy and bustling as the inside, if you will. I tried to use as many items as I possibly could with the pack, just so I could showcase as many as I could. And really, I think I fit a lot of items into this tiny little build in this tiny little lot, and I think we fixed it up pretty good. And we also kind of kept the integrity of the existing home, if I do say so myself. So again, you guys have to let me know if we should love or list this renovation. I personally love how it turns out, and I have all of you guys to thank for helping me out with this. Of course, because I did this live, I gotta give some credit to you guys who did come out and support. And if you did come from the Lil Simsy raid and stayed and helped, that was absolutely crazy and so much fun. Let's do that again. That was one of the craziest streams of my life. It was super fun. So thank you all who ended up coming to the stream, and I really hope you guys liked this build. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you think about it, and if you would love or list this renovation. And if this is our first time meeting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends or if you want to see more Sims 4 videos. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye everybody.